Welcome to this edition of IndianCountryTV.com and a Native News Update. I'm your host for today's edition, Paul Demain. Many of the stories and information we're giving you today here can be found at our website, www.indiancountrynews.com, where your online membership helps support this television station. Here are some of the news updates for today from the wires and other Native news sources. Horseback riders set out December 15th from Wounded Knee, South Dakota on the annual Bigfoot Memorial Ride starting at Sitting Bull's gravesite. They hope to finish at the Wounded Knee battle site in about 2 weeks. The trek has been made the past 23 years to honor the more than 250 men, women, and children who were shot there on December 29, 1890 by the U.S. 7th Cavalry in what has become known as the Wounded Knee Massacre site. Kim Cameron, who has done the ride before, said it has taught her patience, respect, and discipline. She also has learned about horses, her Lakota culture, and how to work with other people on the ride, which the young people call the Future Generations Ride. About 8 of the 10 riders are young people who want to experience the ride for themselves and learn more about their traditions, said Ron His Horse's Thunder, the Standing Rock Sioux tribal chairman and a descendant of Sitting Bull. Donovan Yellow of Wakpala said he was 11 years old when he went on his first ride. He said he has gotten more involved with and learned more about his culture every year. The memorial ride began in 1986 when a handful of Lakota riders decided to follow the December 1890 trip across South Dakota taken by Chief Bigfoot and his followers. Cherokee Casino Resort in Catoosa, Oklahoma is opening a 30,000 square foot expansion including 800 new electronic games and an 80-foot long bar made of solid ice. The opening on December 15th was part of a $155 million expansion that will ultimately include more than 400,000 square feet of hotel, convention, and entertainment space in a new 19-story tower. When the full expansion is completed this summer, the casino will adopt the Hard Rock name under a licensing agreement with Hard Rock Hotel Holdings. Cherokee Nation Enterprises, which operates the Cherokee Casino chain, employs more than 3,300 people in northeastern Oklahoma. Chief Executive David Stewart expects this expansion to increase that by several hundred positions. Other tribal gaming operations in Oklahoma have been growing as well. The Chickasaw Nation runs the WinStar World Casino located in Thackerville near the Texas border. That operation, which began in the early 1990s as a bingo parlor, has grown to a 183,000 square foot facility and is also being enlarged. With its current expansion, the casino will balloon to 519,000 square feet, the bulk of it gaming and gambling space. Native American traditional spiritual leaders, artists, and scientists and their Western counterparts will come together in Flagstaff, Arizona on April 6th and 7th, 2009 to create a new vision of leadership and responsibility as the world faces the challenges of water scarcity, energy production, and global warming. The conference, named the Braiding Conference, so named because participants will braid together knowledge from a wide spectrum of speakers, cultures, and disciplines, is expected to be the first of a number of ongoing conversations to take place. The conference is being sponsored by the Black Mesa Trust, a Hopi grassroots organization dedicated to preserving water resources. The Red Lake Chippewa of Minnesota opened up a Red Lake urban office this fall in Duluth, Minnesota, according to the Red Lake Nation News. Bill Morrison was selected to be the urban liaison, with Veronica Skinaway hired as secretary of the office, which opened up in Duluth during September. The office has already sponsored a number of meetings and events for tribal members in the region, including a presentation on the new Red Lake Casino that the tribe is planning to build, a meeting with a local human rights officer, setting up a Toys for Tots meeting, a presentation regarding scholarships for high school and college students by Roger Head from the New Beginnings program, and establishing a plan for traditional and cultural teachings to take place with visiting elders between the reservation and Duluth, a distance of about 120 miles. That office is now located at 325 North Central Avenue for those of you who live in that region. The Hopi High School Radio Club is raising money so they can attend the National Federation of Broadcasters meeting in Portland, Oregon this upcoming April. The club is attempting to raise $13,000 so they can afford to send as many as 20 students and chaperones for that conference. The Hopi High School class performs the only live remote Native American high school radio show in the nation from 1:30 to 2 p.m. on Thursdays with interviews with teachers, administrators, and community members on KUYI, the Hopi Community Radio Station. The Hopi High School radio show has won 18 awards from the Arizona Interscholastic Press Association in this year alone. The show and instruction is overseen by Hopi High School teacher Stan Bindell, and any donations may be sent to the Hopi High School Radio Club in Keams Canyon, Arizona. According to the Navajo Hopi Observer of Flagstaff, Arizona, the Shiprock Chieftains recently placed second at the 2008 Webb Toyota Basin Basketball Tournament. The Bloomfield Bobcats prevailed over the Chieftains in the final game, scoring 58-48. The Chieftains are led by former Winslow Bulldog and University of Arizona Wildcat coach Clifford Johns. A recent story we published about the historic Celilo Falls in Oregon has gotten a response. The massive horseshoe-shaped falls was a historic fishing place for several Oregon tribes up until 1957, when the Dallas Dam was built, and rumors that the falls were destroyed by a government demolition team made their way throughout the community. But according to a recent sonar map project released by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, the falls, about 10 miles up from the Dallas Dam, can be seen intact beneath the Columbia River's surface. A certain Colonel Thomas O'Donovan of the Corps, now serving in Afghanistan, also heard the rumors and decided to look into them. His crew, equipped with a multi-beam sonar scanner, scanned the river bottom and created images of its contours in 2007. Those images have now been produced by the Oregon Public Broadcasting Organization into 3 video images, and they can be found at www.opb.org, according to Vince Patton, OPB producer. This edition of IndianCountryTV.com is brought to you by those businesses and programs whose name you will find on the ticker tape rolling below this digital player, and with a phone number if you'd like to see your advertisement on that ticker tape as well. And with the help of our digital mall partners, powwows.com and nativeview.com, broadcasting from Helena, Montana. You have a good day, and tune in again tomorrow.